It's another sensational Saturday, and I'm so blessed to be celebrating with you again. I'm Sonia Noel, Beyond the Runway. This show, as for some of the people that have watched it over the weeks, would know that we continue to feature people who are making a difference, whether it's male or female, doesn't matter which part of the world, but who's making a difference in the lives of their communities, people in their communities, and actually, first of all, making a difference in their own lives, somehow transform their lives. And how was your weekend? How I know I have had back-to-back hectic weekends, but found a way to be with family. I have found a way to self-care. Like I try as much as possible to do that. I don't often succeed, but I had dinner with a young lady that called and she said, you mean so much to me. I don't know how I can honor you. I just want you to have your favorite wine, whatever you want. And we had dominoes and we played. We listened to Michael Jackson. It was like 4 hours together. It was just so amazing. And that's just really mean a lot to us. We need to carve that time out because that time I was going to be working because I'm a kind of a workaholic. But I absolutely enjoyed it. I took that time off to be with her, and she's been my mentee for years, and now I'm so proud of her. Joanne, you were just an amazing young lady. Grandson, then my grandson joined me, and I had such an awesome time with him. There's lots of questions. Oh my gosh, lots of questions. He's so bright that you have to keep on your toes constantly. But I'm so happy to meet you again here today, and we're going to be featuring two co-authors, not just two of the co-authors. They are amazing, like absolutely amazing. Both of them, their journeys are so inspiring and motivating. Actually, my mom called me this afternoon and said she caught it on the replay. Mom, if you're watching, you're the best mom in the world. I absolutely love you. I love that I inherited your heart. Well, part of it. My heart can't be as big as yours, part of it. But she said she loved Stories of the Man. She really enjoyed from the start, the beginning to the end. She said she really did. So for those people, I've been getting really positive feedbacks, and that is not on the Beyond the Runway show. That was a virtual event for the guys, the men across. Tonight we're going to be giving a couple of prizes. The mastermind for the time management, and also some others as we go along. We're going to be telling you some of those. But I can tell you, these men, what I love about them is the messages being sent, and for them to experience personal transformation in their lives, and then go on. Right now, they all are inspiring. They all on that mission to make as much difference as they can. So I'm going to be bringing them into the studio, and you're going to be hearing much more from them. Dave Armstrong, all the way in Greece, and Suresh Sugrim in sunny Florida. Right. So thank you so much, both of you, for joining me on this show. Dave,
Our
welcome.
pleasure. Thank
My
you.
humble pleasure, Sonia. Thank you once again for having me and myself, Dave, and we're looking forward to being a part of your team.
Absolutely.
Oh yes, it seems as though there's no escaping you guys. Like my life, when I look on my computer, all I'm seeing is anthology. All I'm seeing is you faces coming up. All I'm seeing is the names and the bios and the stories. So it's like, September seemed to be these guys' month. So I decided, you know what? It seems as though it's going to be these guys' month. So I'm very honored. Actually, I'm very honored to be compiling this anthology. I'm very honored because as I go through the stories and I go through the bios, it's the heart. I'm going to be saying that all the time. The heart and the stud and what you guys stand for, and the transformation that has happened in your life. And what I love is the relay effect. I have to give it on to someone else. And that is what you guys are about. So Dave, for our listeners, let's hear who Dave is, because it's a different audience to what we had a few nights ago. So yes, they don't know
Who
Dave.
is
They've not seen the
Dave?
video yet. They may have seen the video. What an awesome video!
Thank you. I appreciate that, Sonia. Who am I? I don't know. Who am I?
Oh,
I'm an old
they're
guy.
reading more in the book. We just got to get a quick 45 seconds of who is Dave.
Yeah, I'm an old guy trying to retired in Greece, former U.S. Air Force. After 24 years, I decided to come to Greece, and I've been dedicating my life the last, well, I don't know, 20, 30 years to help people. And usually it's at-risk youth, because that's how I grew up. I grew up in a really bad environment. My mom died when I was really young. I was absolutely alone. had no family, so I grew up in foster homes, group homes, juvenile detention, a lot of juvenile detention. And so I created a martial arts mentoring program probably about 12, 13 years ago, and started helping at-risk youth and really trying to impact the world. And now I have a motivational YouTube channel. I have a life coaching business, and I'm just trying to give back to the world. That's all.
And you're doing a damn good job in doing that. You are. And
I'm
so, so,
trying.
so the Suresh, Suresh is, oh, I see Raquel is on, Raquel. She's saying hi to Suresh and Dave. Yeah, Raquel is one of my sisters that's always so, she is just an amazing woman. Yes, yes, Suresh, same. For people who don't know who Suresh is,
Um,
45 seconds.
Very quickly, I am just a humble servant for the poor and a friend of the poor. I am just a drop of surface and I'm just a drop of dust on the surface of the earth, just awaiting time to be blown away to something bigger and better. I am I am Suresh Sugram. I am with the Humanitarian Mission located here in Florida. And also, we have a local chapter in Guyana, up in Port Moran, Quarantine, Berbice. We talk about the three E's: educate, empower, and elevate. What we do at the organization level, if we want to truly break the cycle of poverty, then we need to start to educate. And as long as we educate, we can empower. And as long as we empower, we can elevate you to do bigger and better things in your life. We talk about teenager pregnancy, we talk about suicide, we talk about gender-based violence, and there's so many programs the mission have been and have been working in Guyana currently right now. And our goal is to break the cycle of poverty and to create jobs for those less individuals.
Awesome. I told you how awesome these guys are. And I know Raquel probably saying yes, but Dave, how do you feel to be on this platform? I didn't ask you that the last time. This is an anthology. It's featuring 14 co-authors from around the world. Tell me, how do
Oh
you
my
feel?
goodness. You know what? I'm honored. When we were talking last week with everyone, I just feel like just to be in the same group, on the same level, in the same presence of people that have done so much in the world. It's elating. It's great. I absolutely love it. I absolutely love it. I'm glad you found me. I'm glad you asked me. I'm glad that I
Let's thank
said
Tony
yes.
Robbins and Dean Graziosi and those for the platform, right? Yeah,
I
so that's what
know.
we meant.
I
Yeah.
love it.
So,
Fate,
and that's one of
destiny.
the things with those platforms. Sometimes you go away with such lasting friendships. I've been in a community of
Absolutely.
like-minded people. Yes, it is. It
Yeah.
is. So, Suresh, I'm going to ask you the same question.
Well, Sonia, I want to thank you so much. I have weathered many storms in Guyana, and I do talk to you from time to time. And my dear friend, Dr. Raquel, and you guys motivate me. You inspired me to hold on to bigger and to better things. It has been a very challenging time having a physical building in Guyana, not only doing humanitarian work in Guyana, but having an expense about 100,000 Guyana dollars per month to keep the doors of that facility open to bring service to the women, men, and children in Guyana. And every time I talk about quitting and walking away from Guyana, I want to say thanks to you. I want to say thanks to my great friend Raquel,
Mhm.
who both of you guys are both of your sisters to me, and you motivate me to hold on and to hang on to something bigger and better. I really want to thank you for giving me the opportunity, for giving me this platform of meeting people like Dave and Sean and Richard and all the other individuals who we were on the last time. So I'm forever indebted to you and individuals like Raquel. Thank you
And I
so
know
much.
the debt will be repaired with the mission that you're on. Because you know what I love, Suresh? I love the synergies. You guys really never met and stuff, most of you, but the synergy in that room there was so right. And I think like Raquel always said, I have a knack for choosing the right people. So I'm gonna probably accept that and say yeah. They say you attract who you are. No, they do actually. They say you attract who you are. So
Yeah.
that's a good thing because the people that are attracted to me and I'm attracted to are people who are doing great in the world and who continue to and who aspire to do even greater. Dave, what would you say to 16-year-old Dave? What would you say to him?
60 or 16?
16.
16. Oh, 16-year-old Dave.
Yeah.
Oh, boy. You know what? Honestly, I tell people, when I'm counseling people, or if I'm doing a speech, I always say that I wouldn't change a thing in my life.
Mhm.
Even though I've been through hell and back as a child and leading up to adulthood, I wouldn't change a nanosecond of my life, because I like who I am now, and I know the impact that I've had over the last 20, 30 years. So
Mhm.
if I were to change anything at 16, I don't know that I would be who I am today. So
Your
I wouldn't.
journey probably would not have been as impactful because it's because of your
Hmm,
story where you are right
yeah,
now. You're impacting so many lives.
absolutely, absolutely. So I wouldn't want to meet 16-year-old Dave. I'd say you do you, and it's gonna be all right. It's gonna be all
Everything
right.
is going to be all right, right? Everything's going
Absolutely,
to be all right. Oh my God.
absolutely.
Suresh, what are you most grateful for?
I'm just thankful for the gift of life. I'm thankful for the many people. I'm thankful for those individuals who have motivated me. I'm thankful for those individuals who have picked me up and embraced me to their heart and tell me today and tomorrow will be a better day. It's not about the car, the house, or the money we have in the bank, but it's how much people love you, how much they cares about you, and how much warmth of love and affection that you felt someone belongs to someone and to somebody. I am
You know, that is
grateful.
that there. You know, I'm listening to the two of you. Like, who I was talking to this lady today. A dear friend of mine. We don't get to talk so often, and we were talking about like when you look at your name carved on your tombstone, and you think about how many names have your heart carved on the heart of people, and that was important of your name being carved in the hearts of people. It all comes back to humanity and your contribution. And that's why there's a quote by Miles Monroe when he was talking about legacy, and people think it's in buildings and everything else. But no, it really comes down, it's in human beings, it's in people. And that's why I love both of you, the mission that you guys are on. I'm really loving that the Men Across Borders, it's more than an anthology, because after this it's going to have so many other things that we're going to do. And I'm telling you, people, when they read those stories one after the other, and Sunday, oh, before I forget, Sunday the other quarters will be on. You'll be joining us at 7. Actually, I just before coming on, I was talking to Samson Z from Singapore. He's going to be on. We're going to have Will Pluck from the Bahamas. We're going to have my dentist, actually, you on, Thomas. He's one of them. He's going to be on. And Cleveland Bradford. Let me see. I know they have some other name. Oh, Venezuela. I just got his video just before coming on. Felix Figueroa, that Faster Felix. He's from Venezuela. He made an effort to do it in English, although he's Spanish speaking, and I appreciate that so much. I know it was quite a hassle, but yeah, I no. When people make an effort, his first he barely can speak English, but he made an effort to do his video in English, and that's what I love about this platform. We have Dave all the way in Greece to Mr. Figueroa all the way in Venezuela who speaks another language. So this is what's great about this, Men Across Borders, and what I love is that you all have you're seeing the accomplishment, but you also saw the adverse circumstances that you all overcame. You all found a way to overcome those circumstances, and so you turn that into triumph in the end, and then you're sharing that story to inspire others. I'm not Facebook told me before we come on that some glitch, they have a bug that the people won't get to see on the replay. So the people that would not get to reach the people, because this message here needs to get to people. Dave, I know you're writing your biography, because
I am.
this is an intro into his biography. Listen, Men Across Borders is an intro into his biography. So before the end of the year, you're going to get the full Monty. So Dave, I need you to take me in into your journey. Take me and the people that are listening to a part of your journey. Just take us there.
It's really ironic that you asked me that, because I didn't know what you were going to ask me today. We didn't rehearse anything, and for some reason I felt compelled to read just the first paragraph, the intro to my autobiography. And then you asked me this question, and I'm like, well, I have it up here, and I'm like, I don't believe this. I didn't know if I was going to get to talk to say it or not, but wow. Okay, so I'll just say real quick the first just the intro, one page here. It says, Imagine going through life absolutely alone. Take a moment to picture this emptiness, this isolation, this fear. Life is already full of challenges. That's why it's called life. However, no one should face life completely alone, especially a child. It makes you question why. Why me? Why did I have to go through this? What did I do? Why my mom? Why my dad? Why my family? Why do I even have to live? It's an unfortunate reality that I and many youths in the world have to face. What sets me apart from the majority is that I'm here writing this book, a semi-autobiography. It should say autobiography, to help inspire our youth that may be going through some of the situations that I had to encounter, as well as to share some insight and motivate individuals that may be working with youth as foster parents, youth corrections officers, counselors, judges, attorneys, and social workers, to name a few. I hope my story helps you see that despite some of the situations life may throw at us, there's always a way.
There's always a way, and that's what you said in your that's what you said in your video, the hope. And I'm telling you, you're hoping. I know that story, especially that a lot of there's a lot of young boys that are at a crossroad, Dave, and they don't have a father, they don't have
Oh boy.
they don't have, they don't. You can relate, and you know it, and I can see how you feel it, because you know what, I saw it too. I saw it too in my family, and
Yeah, it's
it is
hard.
very difficult. And I'm so happy that you turned that into a triumph, and then you turn it your journey now. You're on a crusade to touch as
I
much.
appreciate that, Sonia. We're not we're just thrown. I think I said this last week. We're just thrown into situations. You're just born, and you don't control where you're born, how you're born, the complexion you're born, the family you're born into, any of that stuff. And I was born into a single mom that died when I was 12, 13. Um, I was born into not having family to take care of me. I was born into a stepfather that beat me and my mom. I was born in all of this. And a lot of us are just born in to
Yes.
bad situations. And it takes a lot. It takes a lot to get out of that bad situation in here, in your heart,
Hmm.
in your mind. It's not easy for anyone. I'm
No,
just fortunate. I'm fortunate.
when you said a bad situation, then you were saying that we were talking about something we dealt such a bad hand. I was talking earlier when I was playing dominoes with Joanne a few nights ago, and I draw my hand, and I was like, oh my God, can this hand get any worse? I won with that hand. I actually won with
Look
that.
at that.
Yes. So I'm
Look at
just
the symbolism in that.
yeah,
Huh?
it made me analyze life with that. I was dealt such a bad hand, but I won. So I guess that's how you play it too.
Yep.
Right.
Yep. Yep.
So Rich, I saw you shaking your head as Dave was talking there, and I'm sure that you you have a story to tell us too. So I want you to go somewhere there. Which part of your story that you would like people to know about Suresh tonight? Part of that
Well,
story.
very quickly after I migrated, I was married, I was divorced. I fought a battle, a bitter divorce battle with the Hague International Convention in bringing my daughter back to the United States of America. And the reason why I fought the court battle of custody for my daughter was to give her a better life, a better education, and the core value of life. Working in Guyana, I have saw and witnessed many men have wiped their feet on women's face because they're uneducated. They had an opportunity to go to school and have that education. And I said to myself and my daughter, you will not be one of the victims of those men. And whatever it took for me as a father, as a mother and a father in raising my kid by myself, I am proud of it today. And I want to say to every man that you may no longer be husbands or wives, but you may be children towards your parents. I share the sentiments of Dave. It's a very challenging time, and I know Daddy has been missing at home, and there's a lot of mothers and fathers. There are a lot of mothers, are mothers and fathers on the outside, and there is a lot of mothers are fathers and mothers for the children too. So I would like to ask individuals out there You may no longer be husbands and wives, but be parents for your children.
Your
And one
children,
of
yeah.
the most important thing I want to say, stop swimming in the sea of negative voices. As long we allow that negative voices to come into our personality, we'll be swimming for the rest of our life in negativities. And I want to say ignore societal comparison. The only competition that you need to think about right now is the person that you're seeing in front of that mirror,
That
and that
mirror.
person is you. You have choices. You can break away from all the societal problems because you have choices within you. Your choices depend upon you as an individual. Don't matter how bad the circumstances is, you still do have choices. And in closing, I want to say happiness is when what you think, what you say, and what you do are in harmony. And those are the words of Mahatma Gandhi. We need to
Oh,
stop the blame game and take responsibility for ourselves and our actions in our life.
you know, one some of the words that he expressed in one of his quotes is that I will not allow people with dirty feet to walk through my mind. I love that. I will not allow anyone with dirty feet to walk through my mind. I just absolutely love that. And then you were touching on society. Oh, I see Penny from South Africa. She's one of our co-authors for Women Across Borders. Penny, you're going to be on next month. Yeah, when we talk about society and you know things, we were the other thing I was talking to Dave about before we got in was that sometimes the beauty standards to that the media put on, like we were talking about makeup, and I was like, I'm so happy that I got to the stage that I don't feel like putting on makeup. I don't. I mean, I put on some lipstick tonight. Sometimes I don't even put on my eyebrows. But it's like, and I am, because I learned to win from the inside, so I'm fine with that. But I have some people that are in, it's in a captivity. They don't even know how captive they are by saying, oh my God, I am never going to leave this house without. No, that's you. Like you said, look in the mirror. When you look in that mirror, you must be like, oh my God, I love you. Anyhow, you might not, that is what, when you learn to win from the inside, when you learn who you are, because so too many times people they get to 90 sometimes, they don't even know why they were created. So it's important to get to know you. It is really important to get to know you, deep dive, and that's why I'm loving that you guys you've walked that journey. We've all been at crossroads when we weren't so sure of ourselves. But what I find, just like what we're doing, when you help others and when you share, there's a confidence here that you get, and that's one of the things when I teach in my class. Confidence becomes you. Find a way to serve, and that adds confidence to you. People would not probably think really finding a way to serve. It does. It makes you feel better about yourself. Finding a way to serve people, finding a way to serve others. Yeah. So Dave and I am, so we have like 7 minutes more. I am so thrilled that I know the Women Across Borders. That's 3 anthologies we have, but this one I don't know. I guess it's because it's the first. I'm so excited. Like the first Men Across Borders anthology. So you guys are part of my history, right? You guys are part of my journey, my part of a milestone there that that and the two of you actually, it's so ironic. The two of you were two of the last ones that came in, right? And if this anthology was published when it was supposed to, you guys were not going to be in. So it's so that's why we always things happen, yeah. And look how powerful these stories are. And that's why I always believe things happen in the right time to the right people. Always, it's always in God's time, and that's why every day I pray so much, and I praise Him so much because of the downloads. So Dave, coming back to you, coming back to Greece. No, me and Richard was talking. Say, oh my God, because he loves history. We're talking about history of Greece and stuff. And when you see those pictures, it's like, wow, I got it. That's on my bucket list. So you will we tell your wife that we're coming. The Men Across Borders coming to, and I gotta come. I'm not a man, but I gotta come because I'm compiling the whole thing, right? So, I'll be there.
Oh, Greece
So
is Greece. Greece is amazing. Greece is amazing.
if you had to, okay,
I'll,
all the countries that you've been to, I know you absolutely love Greece, but which other country would be your second best to live in?
the truth is, uh, my original plan was to retire in Hawaii. I used to live in Hawaii. I lived there for 4 years, 3.5. And so my original plan was Hawaii. And then my original plan became Italy because I was stationed in Italy after Hawaii. And so Greece happened to be the last place that I overseas that I ended up being stationed, and I fell in love. I fell in love not just with the country, but I fell in love with the woman here, my beautiful wife Vasiliki.
No
And I
reason.
told yeah, and so I told Vasiliki, look, if you marry me, we'll go to Portugal for 2 years. We'll go to the States for a couple years, and I promise we'll come back to Greece. It was already in my plan anyway, so let's do it. And she says, okay, but if you don't
Wow.
come back to Greece, if we don't come back to Greece, I'm coming back to Greece, is what she says. So,
Wow.
so, and then to all the Greek speakers that are watching this, I want to say something in Greek. What can I say in Greek? I'm learning Greek a little bit, so I'll say Yasas. What do I want to say? Yasas. I put myself on the spot just now.
You did. I didn't even ask you that. Exactly.
Yasas Ikorinya. If I para πολύ, κάναμε ένα βιβλίο τώρα στο Amazon και περίμενε 2 εβδομάδες τώρα, ναι, περίπου 2 εβδομάδες. Εντάξει,
You told them to
στο
get the book
Amazon.
on Amazon. You said to get
Yes,
the book on Amazon.
I
Oh,
did. See, you
yes.
speak Greek.
The 30th of September, that's the virtual launch. We want all you guys to tune in because we got a surprise to you on that same day. I can't tell you now, but it's going to be worth it. Not only that, I see Miss Crandon is on. We're talking about somebody's actually going. You just tell us, send us the inbox or write on the chat why you deserve to get. There's an upcoming book called the 365 Invaluable Life Journey. What life experiences? Why you deserve to be in that book. So yes, because we all have experiences. So Rish, I'm going to come to you now.
I love America. If I had a second choice away from America, would be Amsterdam. I do love Amsterdam, Europe a lot, but
Okay.
unfortunately, away from Guyana to America is what it is. But away from all of that, Dave, I want to challenge you that we have a lot of work in Guyana, and I do hope you can journey with me to Guyana sometime next year.
No.
Put me on the spot. Put me on the spot on
Yeah.
video too. I love it.
Anyway,
Oh, you sound so fluent. Penny said you sound so fluent, Dave. Penny? How did you know you sound fluent? You understand Greek? Yeah.
Ευχαριστώ πάρα πολύ. Έχω μάθημα και μ' αρέσει πάρα πολύ. Μ' αρέσει ελληνικά πάρα πολύ.
Anyway, Dave, to cut to you very
Yes.
quickly, I would like for
Sure.
us to journey to Guyana to save our boys and men from being in prison. Too many of our boys and men are in prison for misdemeanor. We have to find a way to keep our boys out of jail, and we have to find a way to have daddy at home. There are too many fathers, and fathers' figures are missing at home. And that is a task for next year, 2021. I will be.
We're gonna start a fatherhood program in Guyana. How about that? A fatherhood program. Starting. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
Done.
that's one of the reasons
It's
I
on
was
video, so I can't back out.
mission. I am happy that you guys are so willing to give, and the thing is, it's like because of the virtual space now, we can do so, and then we're gonna have a collaboration with the men across borders and the women across borders because we have that mission going, and you could imagine the things that we can achieve together. You could imagine as a collective what we can do, Suresh. I want to remind people to actually remember that on Sunday at 7 we're going to have the other quarters that are going to be on. You're going to hear so many other stories from them. But before that, we want to get closing remarks from Dave and Suresh. Closing remarks. 30 seconds. 30 seconds.
Closing remarks. Thanks everyone for just opening your ears, opening your heart, opening up your mind to everything that all of us here are saying. Anyone that's in the business of inspiring and helping people, just thanks for opening, and the things that you could receive, that aha moment can change your life.
Yes.
The end.
All I want to say to our listeners and our viewers, the Bible reminds us with God, everything is possible.
Everything.
Everything.
Everything. Thank you for that reminder.
Thank you. Everything is possible. And regardless of the many challenges you may be facing or what you have been going through, I want to say to you, the Bible also reminds us, this too shall pass with faith and time. Hang in there. Better days are ahead.
Thank you. So thanks for that reminder, because my mantra is I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. So when I get down, and we all have those moments when we're like, the challenges. And I said, I remind myself, I can do all things, not some things. I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. So thank you for that reminder, Suresh. Remember, somebody's going to win a prize if they give us enough reason for, and also they will be in the mastermind that is coming up. Somebody else will be in the mastermind, the time management mastermind. You're going to get a complimentary seat in that. So for joining us on this virtual, whether you're watching on the replay or not, we have prizes. I did say we have prizes to give away. So I wasn't just joking. Yes, we do. Yes, Penny, you're not entitled to that. Yeah. So I just like to joke with my sister. So she's all the way in South Africa, and we always connect with each other. And that is, the world is becoming so much smaller. I must thank you all for watching. I thank you all, and I thank you too. Oh my God! The countdown is on for the launch. The countdown is on. Oh wow! The 30th of September is right here. Remember, you don't want to miss it. As we go on the countdown every day, we're going to reveal little things that's going on. You'll be seeing Suresh video very soon. You guys have already seen Dave and the other guys. Dave is the only one you've seen so far. So you have 13 others to see. You're going to be seeing yes, Felix just sent his, so you'll be probably seeing his tomorrow. So thank you.
Dave,
Thank you.
Dave, I'm coming to Greece to make my video, brother. I'm on the next flight.
Done. Done. I'm picking you up at the airport. Just send me the time. It's done. You want for nothing.
Let me give you a better deal. You might as well fly into Orlando, sir.
Oh, bye bye, guys. Thank you so much.
Thank you again, Sonia.